Hey traders, Day Trader Matt here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. I want to talk about the trading room and then a swing trade that we just closed yesterday morning. So yesterday we were 3 for 0 in our trading, and that gave me 30 points or $1,500. In the trading room, I teach a minimum of 2 contracts, and that's what I use to calculate the earnings. So 30 points was made on 2 contracts per trade, and that is 3 trades, a total of 6 contracts. You're trading 2 contracts per trade. You're taking a 2-point stop loss, which is a $200 risk per trade. And I'm going to go over the trades that I actually made in the room. All of the trades are done inside of that 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. time, and every trade is at least a couple minutes. It's placed a couple minutes before it's actually filled. Like, I don't just place a trade and then it's automatically filled and it goes somewhere. The trade I placed, I put on the screen. Everybody knows where it's at. Everybody knows my stop loss. Everybody knows my partial. So we're all on the same page. That's how I like to trade, and it's actually made me a better trader. Whenever I started doing that, it actually has made me a better trader because I have to have my order up in time for everybody to see it, but then I also have to put it on my order bracket as well. So there's 2 places I have to put my order, and it makes me a better trader because I have to have my setup in advance. I have to place my trade. So that's one thing that it has actually helped me. Obviously it was like many years ago, when that started. I think it was a decade ago, maybe a little bit over that. It helped me a little bit. I had my system set up in 2007, but then in 2009, when I started trading it in front of others in the trading room, I basically, I had my system already. All I did was have to tweak my risk parameters, and that was pretty quick. And then as I go forward, I get these little tiny tweaks, and that's usually how it works. You have your trading system, and then all you do is give these little tweaks here and there, because there's not a lot you can change after that. But anyway, let's talk about the market. So there was a gap down, and then in hindsight, it just went sideways. So that sometimes that happens. Well, as price started to chop around, it dropped a little bit. Around this area, I started to think maybe we could have more of a sideways day, and that's kind of what occurred, and then a little uptrend at the end. So what did I do? So I saw a gap down. I saw it come down, find a low, whether temporary or a low. Usually it's temporary when something like this happens. And then I saw price start to move up, start to move down. Well, I saw it come down and hold this area, and then when it came back up, I got interested. So I was like, okay, well, I want to make a trade. So I threw one on at 19 even. So I got that trade. I was able to take partial. And then as price started to move up over here, I moved my stop up. Actually, I decided to, and I don't do this very often, I decided to flip short. So it came up and I got out at 29. And after it decided to come down again and come back up, I decided to throw my short in at 29. So that's kind of how I played this. So I got out up here, and then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to try to get short. If it lets me, great. If not, it is what it is. So at that point, we were short. I was able to take partial and then move my stop down as price moved lower. And my stop was conservatively at 23 even, just in case it did keep going, because it did break this low. So if it's going to keep going, it's going to be very weak, and if not, then it won't be. So we were kind of in that quasi mode. It looked like could be a sideways day, but there's a possibility of it not being a sideways day. And this is a good example. You know, to be a good trader, you don't have to be right all the time. Right is one of those words that's used in society. You know, right isn't really the best terminology to use in trading. You know, I always say there's 4 types of trades. There's 2 right trades and 2 wrong trades. So the wrong trade would be you place a trade and it goes in your favor, but there's no setup involved. You just place the trade. Another wrong one, you place the trade and it stops you out, but there was no setup involved. Then you have the trade setup that's part of your method that goes to profit and makes you profit. Then you have the setup that's a quality setup, but it just doesn't work out and you get stopped out. So those are 2 trades that are correct. One of them you get stopped out on, the other one works out in your favor. Those are good. Those are good because not every trade is going to work out in your favor. You know, if you do the back testing and everything, usually setups are maybe 70%, maybe a little bit higher depending on you know, what they are and the overall market environment. But they're not going to be 100%. And that's what I want to get at here. So anyway, we got stopped out. I got stopped out at 23. You know, not everyone in the trading room trades with me. You know, a lot of people do, but not everybody, and that's totally fine. But anyway, I got stopped out here at 23. And I decided, well, if it does come down, I'm going to throw in an order, and if it gets filled, it gets filled. If not, you know, whatever. So I threw it in at 19 even. And you can see we did get filled here at 19 even. So I was able to take partial, and then as price ran up, I was able to move up my stop. And I ended up at 27 with my stop, and I got stopped out right over here. And that was okay with me. After that, you know, I saw price coming down, and you know, I really didn't want to be a part of it. You know, I saw it coming down. I didn't you know, foresee trying to short up here because I shorted this area here. So this had already gone up enough to where I didn't really want to be short. I wanted to play for the long side, but if it failed like it did over here, you know, I was okay being on the sidelines. And that is, you know, to show you 3 trades. And if you're trading the minimum 2-point contract that I teach, you're pulling out $1,500. And you're basically done at 10:30. So basically an hour, and then you did a little bit of pre-market work. So, you know, less than an hour and a half. You're $1,500. Now, is every day going to be like that? Of course not. It's not. But, you know, just seeing the potential, that's what I want to show. Is just, you know, you see the potential, you see what's possible, and it was pretty good. And then I decided to cut the room short right over here. And, you know, sometimes I do that. And the reason I do that is there's no reason to overtrade. You know, if you've had a good day, you've had a good day. And then you can decide to stop and then come back and do it all over again. And that's what trading is about. That's what trading, it gives you the opportunity to do. Now, you know, I try to trade till 12 o'clock, but sometimes there's no need to. You know, $1,500 per day is a good day. And then obviously if you get really good at the system, which is the goal, you can add to that. You can trade, you know, 3, 4, 5, 10 contracts. And then, you know, you're just making multiples of the 1,500. So I wanted to highlight that, just talk about it a little bit, and, you know, just show a little bit about what I do and how I look at things. I want to talk about a swing trade that we just got stopped out on, which was soybeans. We got stopped out on this yesterday. So let me scroll over here. And right over here. So soybeans, and I can make the chart a little larger. All right, so soybeans was it came up quite a bit. We were in it down in the mid 1300s, and we're taking profit along the way. And the last bit of profit was right over here at 1430. So we had it at 1430. Price came down kind of close, and then it started to push back up, which was interesting. And then, you know, it comes into, do you take a little profit up here? Do you not? I kept it at 1430. We got tagged out over here 10:30 a.m. yesterday ish, 10:33, 10:30, you know, whatever. And that's fine. So overall, we got in at the end of October, and this was on the 17th of November that we got out. So not quite a full month, but nearly a month. We got stopped out for 100 points. And in soybeans, that is $5,000. That's, you know, per contract. So, I mean, you have multiple contracts on, you know, you can make a little more than that. But that's not bad. So that adds to the day trading profits. So inside of the trading room, I show my swing trades as well. So the way the swing trades work is a lot of times they're done inside the room, but not always. So what I do is I just send an email out to all of the members. If you're a member of the trading room, you get access to the swing trades. I used to have them separately a while back, but then in August I combined them and started doing them both in the trading room. So swing trades happen at all times, and that's why I do that. I pick my spots and I let everybody know early in advance, because that's what I'd like to do. If I trade, I want to have my order in advance. So I treat everybody how I want to be treated. Just because trading is already a fickle beast, there's no reason to overcomplicate it. You know, so that's why I try to get everybody on the same page. I try to talk about things like entries prior to them happening, and then everybody's on the same page. This is what I'm taking. This is, you know, why I'm taking it. This is what I like. So that's, you know, a little bit about that. So yesterday we pulled $1,500 out of the market. If you're trading 2 contracts per trade, if you're trading more, obviously it's going to be a little more. And then we also got stopped out on soybeans, taking out $5,000 per contract. So not too bad there. I wanted to highlight that, talk about it a little bit. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you have any comments, you can always put them in the comment section below. I also have a link to the contact form on my website if you would like to contact me in a private manner, which is totally okay. You can do that, and we can talk a little bit. We can, you know, jump on the phone and talk if you would like to do that. Some people do enjoy that. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the markets. Take care.